Today we discuss about context concept in Laravel. In this we are having main topics like introduction, capturing context, retrieving context, removing context, hidden context, events. All these are main topics in context concept of Laravel. And we are having subtopics like how it works, stacks, determining item existence, dehydrating, hydrated. So like this we are having main topics and subtopics within the context concept of Laravel. So let's see one by one. So introduction. So Laravel's context capabilities enable us to capture, retrieve and share information throughout requests, jobs and commands executing within our application. This captured information is also included in logs written by our application, giving us deeper insight into the surrounding code execution history that occurred before a log entry was written and allowing us to trace execution flows throughout a distributed system. So it is having such kind of information, tracing information and execution history information. So we will be information added to the context is automatically appended as metadata to any log entries that are written throughout the request. So appending context as metadata allows information passed to individual log entries to be differentiated from the information shared via context. So we will be adding information to the context by making use of add method. So how do we capture context? So by making use of add method, we can store information in the current context and to add multiple items at once. So we may pass an associative array to the add method. The add method will override any existing value that shares the same key. If I want to add information to the context, if the key does not already exist, so we may use a add if method. Conditional context. So when method will be used? So it is used to add data to the context based on a given condition. The first closure provided to the when method will be invoked if the given condition evaluates to true, while the second closure will be invoked if the condition evaluates to false. Scoped context. The scope method provides a way to temporarily modify the context during the execution of a callback, given callback, and restore the context to its original state when the callback finishes executing. So additionally we can pass extra data that should be merged into the context as the second and third arguments while the closure executes. So if an object within the context is modified inside the scoped closure, that mutation will be reflected outside of the scope. Now we see stacks. Context offers the ability to create stacks, which are lists of data stored in the order that they were added. So we can add information to stack by invoking the push method. So stacks can be useful to capture historical information about a request, such as events that are happening throughout our application. We may determine if a value is in a stack using the stack contains and hidden stack contains methods. The stack contains and the hidden stack contains methods also accept a closure as their second argument, allowing more control over the value comparison operation. Retrieving context. So we may retrieve information from the context using the context facets get method. The only method may be used to retrieve a subset of information in the context. So this is main use of get method and only method. So the pull method may be used to retrieve information from the context and immediately remove it from the context. If context data is stored in a stack, we may pop items from the stack using the pop method. So if we would like to retrieve all of the information stored in the context, so we may invoke the all method on the context packet. So determining item existence. So we may use has and missing methods to determine if the context has any value stored for the given key. So the has method will return true regardless of the value stored. So for example, a key with a null value will be considered present. Removing context. The forget method may be used to remove a key and its value from the current context. We may forget several keys at once by providing an array to the forget method. Hidden context. Context offers the ability to store hidden data. This hidden information is not appended to logs and is not accessible via the data retrieval methods documented above. So context provides a different set of methods to interact with the hidden context information, like add hidden method, get hidden method, add hidden if method, push hidden, get hidden, pull hidden, pop hidden, only hidden, all hidden, has hidden, forget hidden. So all these are hidden methods. Now we see events. Context dispatches two events that allow us to hook into the hydration and dehydration process of the context. So dehydrating. Whenever a job is dispatched to the queue, the data in the context is dehydrated and captured alongside the job's payload. The context dehydrating method allows us to register a closure that will be invoked during the dehydration process. So we should not use the context packet within the dehydrating callback, as that will change the context of the current process. So ensure you only make changes to the repository passed to the callback. The next event is hydrated. So whenever a queued job begins executing on the queue, any context that was shared with the job will be hydrated back into the current context. The context hydrated method allows us to register a closure that will be invoked during the hydration process. So it should not use the context packet within the hydrated callback, and instead ensure we only make changes to the repository passed to the callback. So this is about hydrated and dehydrated events in the context concept. So this is all about context concept in Laravel. So we are having add method, add if method, and forget method, get method, hidden method, add hidden method, and a lot of hidden methods, and also push method to add items to the stack, and the pop method to remove items from the stacks. So like this we are having a lot of methods within the concept of context in Laravel. So this is all about the context in Laravel. So thank you so much. This is Universal Host Star Ravindar Reddy Yampalla. Thanks to all of my fans, supporters, and followers, and a special thanks to all of my YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much. This is Universal Heart Sister Ravindar Reddy Yampalla. Thank you so much.